Okay, so I've never done one of these before, and this is kind of weird. But I attended the body image dialogue, probably back at like the end of September. Um, so did I feel my group achieved true dialogue? No. No one spoke. It was like pulling teeth to get people to speak. It was like literally like being in a class where people were like, hey, this is the question. Do you have an answer? And no one had an answer. No one cared. No one wanted to be there. Um, there were a couple of active voices in the group. They were the people that um, obviously had an opinion, which was like two people. They made their point known and like made it obvious that they wanted people to know what they had to say, but they didn't really know how to explain it, so they just talked a lot. There were reserved voices who like seemed like they wanted people to know what they wanted to say, but didn't know how to say it, so they were just really quiet about it. But they would like interject really quiet like tidbits throughout the dialogue. And I was probably more of a bystander. I said little side comments. Like there was one point where we talked about why does society think that blonde hair and blue eyes is the prettiest. And my comment to that, after a bunch of people had said something about how society just, that's what society has portrayed as beautiful, therefore that is what's beautiful, I made the comment that why did Hitler think that blonde hair, blue eyes was more acceptable than like brown hair and brown eyes? I mean, I'm not going to go and say that I'm an ugly person. I think that I'm pretty. I have brown hair and brown eyes. But obviously, Hitler thought that blonde hair, blue eyes. So it's not just a contemporary thing, it's something that's been going on for like all of history. So maybe there's some scientific evidence. I don't know, but like that's just something to think about. Um, why do you think that the dialogue is a component of Library 100? I think that it's a part of Library 100 because like the Clemson Connect, because like the university wants us to like get to know people and like understand different viewpoints. I think the university wants us to realize that there are a lot of different people in the world, and that uh, and that we need to be more accepting of different viewpoints. I myself am not exactly the most accepting person, but I don't think that a video dialogue, well, whatever, like a dialogue with my peers is really going to help that. Like, um, I, just talking with people about something is not going to change my opinion. That's just me as a person. I don't know how other people would be on this subject, but I don't feel like that will ever help me. I think that for someone like me, I need hardcore facts and just like evidence right in front of my face in order to change something. I'm not going to listen to someone's testimony when they tell me about how hard it is for them to be accepted because of the way that they look. I mean, I'm not. Maybe this is bad on my part, but my proctor had like a shaved head and her hair was like bright red. I'm sorry, but that's not allowed in the workforce. Like, you're not going to be able to get a professional job like that. Like, there is something to appearance, and like it's an important thing. And so if we're going to have a thing on body image and that sort of thing, like, people need to understand that, I'm going to be a nurse. Like, I'm going to be in the professional environment. Like, I know exactly what I do. I'm in Air Force ROTC. Like, I I prefer professional appearance, and almost everybody else in society is going to. And I think that that makes it harder for me to sit through a dialogue on something like body image, because whenever a person is like that, then it just causes me to be like more against what they're trying to say. And that just makes it harder on me and on everybody else around me. Any other questions that I have to answer? My proctors seemed knowledgeable, but they were really bad about getting people to talk. That was an issue. I mean, I personally didn't say much, but I did say some. There's some people in my group who didn't say anything at all. And I mean, maybe that's just their personality. I'm the type of person who, if I have an opinion, you're gonna know about it. I don't mean, this does sound kind of bad. I sound kind of rude. I'm not a rude person. I'm actually a really nice person, so I don't want you to take that the wrong way, but I personally don't think that these were the best way for us to have to spend our time.